And you, what do you think of this initiative? Leave your comment now and follow the video until the end to understand all the impacts of this decision. Imagine a golden pass that opens the door to living and thriving in the United States, but at a sky-high price. Donald Trump has proposed replacing the traditional EB-5 visa with an exclusive $5 million gold card, granting residency to anyone who can afford it. Is this a shortcut for the ultra-rich or a masterstroke for the American economy? The promise is bold: to attract large investors and boost business in the US. But not everything is rosy. Can this be done without congressional approval? Will the plan really benefit the country or create a luxury citizenship for the few? And you, what do you think of this proposal? Comment now and follow until the end to understand all the impacts of this decision. Donald Trump has just put a new element on the board of American immigration. The former president proposes the creation of the Gold Card, a special visa that promises to open the doors of the United States to foreigners willing to invest $5 million in the country's economy. The measure, according to Trump, would replace the traditional EB-5 visa, an existing program that links the granting of green cards to the generation of jobs in the US. The announcement, made during a strategic event for his electoral base, raises a central question. Is this an economic opportunity or an exclusive privilege for the ultra-rich? The EB-5 program, which Trump wants to replace, already offers a route to permanent residency for foreign investors who invest at least $900,000 in specific regions and create 10 jobs for Americans. However, the new proposal raises this financial barrier to an unprecedented level. Use $5 million. In exchange, the Gold Card would guarantee benefits similar to the Green Card, possibly with reduced deadlines for obtaining citizenship. But there are still many unanswered questions. The idea, according to Trump, is to attract a new immigrant profile. High-income individuals capable of moving the American economy with large investments. The former president argues that this model would bring more resources to the United States, helping to finance projects, generate jobs, and increase tax collection. However, critics warn that this approach could deepen inequalities, favoring only a small global elite while sidelining entrepreneurs and skilled professionals who lack that startup capital. The proposal generated immediate reactions. Political and business sectors are divided. While some see the measure as a smart strategy to boost economic growth, others point to possible legal problems. The EB-5 program was created by Congress, and its amendment would require legislative approval. Experts question whether Trump would be able to implement this change without going through Capitol Hill, and whether his proposal would actually respect current US immigration rules. Trump, known for his aggressive negotiating style, is already using the proposal as a banner for his possible presidential bid in 2024. In a fiery speech, he said the United States needs big investors, not bureaucracy. His team argues that the current process of granting green cards by investment is slow, bureaucratic, and vulnerable to fraud. The promise of a faster and more secure gold card is a direct nod to business elites interested in entering the American market. Still, the announcement raised questions about the program's viability and fairness. Who could really benefit? Would the gold card completely replace EB-5, or would it be a parallel option? What would happen to current EB-5 investors who are already on the waiting list? And more importantly, would Congress approve this change, or could the measure be reversed in a future government? These are some of the doubts that hang over Trump's new proposal. The potential impact on the economy is also up for debate. With such a high value, how many investors would actually join the program? If few are interested, the gold card could fail as a strategy for economic growth. In addition, analysts question whether this approach could make the entry of qualified foreigners into the country even more expensive. impacting areas that depend on global labor. Finally, the gold card raises a fundamental question. Should immigration be an economic benefit or a right accessible to all? The debate is just beginning, and Trump's proposal promises to be one of the central themes of the coming weeks in American politics. With so many interests at stake, the approval of this measure could become a real test of fire for the country's next administration. And you, what do you think of this proposal? Is the gold card a stroke of genius or an unattainable privilege for most? Leave your opinion in the comments and keep following for more details about this controversy. The idea of granting residency to foreigners through investment is not new in the United States. The EB-5 visa, created in 1990, was designed as a strategy to attract foreign capital and strengthen the economy. For years, this program has allowed thousands of international investors to obtain green cards by investing significant amounts in American businesses and generating jobs for local workers. However, over time, questions have arisen about its effectiveness and potential vulnerabilities. In recent years, the EB-5 program has been the subject of criticism and controversy. Reports pointed out that many investors use legal loopholes to circumvent job creation requirements, directing capital to luxury real estate developments instead of sectors that really needed investment. In addition, there have been fraud scandals, with businessmen who promised green cards and embezzled millions of dollars without meeting the job creation required by the government. The Trump administration has previously shown interest in overhauling investment-based visa policy. During his tenure, stricter rules were put in place to ensure that the money invested had a real economic impact. However, Joe Biden's administration has reversed some of these changes, easing requirements to make the program more accessible to a wider range of investors. The announcement of the gold card represents, therefore, an attempt by Trump to resume and radicalize this policy. If implemented, the gold card would mark a drastic shift in the paradigm of investment immigration. Raising the minimum amount to $5 million would exclude a wide range of smaller investors, leaving room only for those with large financial capacity. This change reflects a more elitist view of the immigration process, favoring individuals who, in addition to capital, can demonstrate influence in international business. Another crucial point is the impact of this proposal on the political debate. Immigration is already one of the most polarizing issues in the United States, and the idea of granting special privileges to foreign billionaires could generate even more tension. While Republicans may see the measure as an effective way to shore up the economy, Democrats are likely to criticize it as an exclusionary approach that benefits only the wealthiest. The change also affects the U.S. relationship with foreign investors. Countries such as Canada, the United Kingdom, and Australia have similar visa programs for investors, but with lower entry fees than those proposed by the gold card. This begs the question, is the US making its market less competitive by imposing such high requirements? Or would this measure attract only a highly educated financial elite? With the announcement of the gold card, Trump puts immigration back at the center of the electoral debate. This proposal not only directly impacts the international investment market, but can also become a key player in the political dispute in the coming years. The question that remains is, was the EB-5 program really outdated, or is its replacement by the gold card just a political strategy for the Trump campaign? The debate is launched, and the coming weeks should bring new developments. But there is an undeniable point. This proposal will not go unnoticed. Trump's gold card proposal has the potential to profoundly alter the landscape of investment immigration in the United States. If passed, it could attract a sizable influx of foreign capital, directly impacting the real estate market, the technology sector, and other strategic industries. However, experts warn that this change could increase inequality in access to citizenship, creating a system where only the wealthiest would have the opportunity to build a life in the US. Public reaction to the proposal has been mixed.